Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Celebs Daily. In today's video we are gonna talk about Hollywood's dark side. So when we think about Hollywood, we think about fame, money and success. But just like everything in life, Hollywood has its dark side. And today we're gonna talk about the case of Rebecca Schaeffer, a young actress that was trying to achieve her dream, but sadly her life got taken away. A lot of people have talked about this case and I decided to do it too because I think it shows perfectly how dangerous it can be working in Hollywood, because you are around many people but also you are known by so many people and you don't know who is dangerous, who is not. So let's get started. Rebecca Schaeffer was born on November 6, 1967 and she was an American actress and model. She was born in Eugene, Oregon, and she started her career as a model. She appeared in department store catalogs and TV commercials. Then, in August 1984, her parents finally allowed her to move to New York by herself to pursue her modeling career. While living in New York, she continued modeling, but she also worked as a waitress, and finally she got her big chance, and she appeared on the cover of 17 magazine. And this caught the attention of television producers that at the time were casting for the comedy My Sister Sam. My Sister Sam is an American sitcom starring Pam Dower and Rebecca Schaeffer. They aired on CBS. The sitcom followed the life of 20-year-old San Francisco photographer Sam Russell, who was Pam Dower, and her 6-year-old sister Patty, who was Rebecca Schaeffer. The series was initially a hit. It was ranking in the top 25, but sadly, during the second season, it was cancelled due to failing ratings. After My Sister Sam, Schaeffer had supporting roles in scenes from the class struggle in Beverly Hills, in The End of Innocence, and also in the movie Out of Time. So as you can see, Rebecca was a hard-working woman trying to make her place in Hollywood. And she was really grateful to her fans, so grateful that she replied to every letter that they used to send her. The people around her weren't really happy about this because you never know who sent you those letters. It can be a lovely fan, but also it can be a stalker. And this is exactly what happened. Robin Joe Bardo was born in January 2, 1970, and he is an American man serving life imprisonment without parole after being convicted in October 1991 for the murder of Rebecca Schaeffer. Bardo was the youngest of 7 children, and he reportedly had a troubled childhood. He was abused by one of his siblings, and then he was placed to foster care after he threatened to commit suicide. Bardo's family has a history of mental illness, and he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Bardo has stalked Schaeffer for over 3 years, but before that he has stalked child peace activist Samantha Smith, before that in 1985 in a plane crash. He said he used to be a fan and he wrote numerous letters to Schaeffer, and he even tried to gain access on the set of My Sister Sam while they were recording the series. Then he managed to obtain a home address via a detective agency, which in turn tracked it via California Department of Motor Vehicles records. So when he got her address, he decided to go to her home and confront her. Basically, he was angry because she appeared in a sex scene in the film Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills, and for him, she had lost her innocence and she became another Hollywood attention seeker. So as you can see, the man is clearly sick and he really thinks he has something going on with her, that she belongs to him. Of course, Schaeffer was really scared by the confrontation because he was really angry and she decided to kick him out. After that, he decided to stop to a diner, have breakfast, and only 1 hour later he decided to go back to her apartment, knock on her door, and when sadly Rebecca opened the door, he shot her in the chest. Bardo was eventually arrested in Tucson, Arizona after he was observed walking aimlessly in the traffic. Then he was housed in a sensitive needs unit for inmates such as gang members. During the trial, Bardo's attorneys decided to defend him, saying that he was mentally ill, and a psychiatrist testified for him, saying that he actually had schizophrenia and that his illness led him to commit the murder. But this defense didn't work because finally Bardo was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. As a consequence of Bardo's action and his method of how he gained Schaeffer's address, the US Congress passed the Driver's Privacy Protection Act, which prohibits states' Department of Motors to give people's address. Then, in July 27, Bardo was stabbed 11 times on his chest when he was going to have breakfast in the maximum security unit at the Moore Creek State Prison. And as of 2021, Bardo is still serving his life sentence at the Avenal State Prison in Avenal, California. So as you can see, this is a really sad story. She was so young and she was working so hard to make it in the industry. And I also loved how she was so grateful to her fans and their support. I hate this sadly ended up like this. This is clearly one of the dark side of Hollywood. You never know who is following you. You never know who is admiring you. Yes, there are some people that are just fans, but there are others that can really have an obsession over the celebrity. We can see it so much still nowadays. And this happened a long time ago where we didn't have social media and access to information about celebrities so easily. And look at what happened. Imagine right now where we have social media, we know easily where the celebrity might be, and honestly it's really scary. You never know what can happen. Yes, celebrity have bodyguards and security, but we saw lots of celebrities still nowadays getting killed or having stalkers, and this is really scary. So that's it for today's video. I'm really sorry for this story. I know it's pretty sad, but I really feel like we should remember Rebecca because she was really trying hard to achieve her dream, and sadly her life got taken away so early, and I feel like we should remember for the great work that she has done. And also I feel like we should be more conscious about what is going on in Hollywood and how yes, it can be a dream to work in it, but it can also be a nightmare. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and see you guys next time. Bye!